Well, the love of footy for the Selwoods started right from the time when we hit the ground. My recollection of it was NAB Little Oz Kick program that we used to do. It was one of those grounds that really didn't have much grass on it. It was made up of dirt. And I just remember, you know, having Troy and Adam, the older two.
Yeah, well, Adam's favourite team was the Hawks, so it was Dunstall at the time. So he would run out and take these big marks on the dirt and just yell out, "Dunstall!"
And Troy, he was the fullback playing on Adam, so the Paxman punch. So he'd come over the top and try and get the fist in. And for us, I mean, you were there cleaning up the kangaroo poo.
I guess I was the annoying brother that was always being told to nick off and go and do something else because kangaroo poo avoiding an NAB Oz Kick game wasn't the ideal scenario.
We used to love when the boys would come home from school. They were the captains, so I was 4 years younger than what they were. You were another 2 years. I had the footy smarts, you boys had the book smarts, very good at school.
They used to do rock, paper, scissors from memory, and I was always the last pick. Joel was always the first draft pick, and I do remember them saying that I don't even want Scoot on my side, I'd prefer just to play by myself.
When we were kicking a goal, you know, we would have competitions with that. We used to use the trampoline, do you remember that?
That's right, we used to tip the trampoline up, and it had metal edges on the side, so you could always tell the difference between the ding
and when it hit the mat, which was a nice soft sound, so.
You'd be sitting there and I'd be like, that was definitely the whack of a mat. Like, that's a mat, which... And all hell broke loose after that.
That's when Mum come into play, and Mum was, she was great. She was the umpire.
She was constantly screaming, "Boys, get off each other, that's a free kick." But then she was
well,
always...
believe it or not, she used to say, "Too high."
Do you remember when we used to go out the front when the boys went to high school, and we probably finished a little bit earlier?
We had a light post.
Yeah, and well, I used to challenge Joel and say, if you hit this 5 times in a row, I'll give you 5 of my red frogs.
And it was pretty rare though, that we were able to, you know, hit the light post so regularly, but when we did, we definitely did give ourselves a big cheer and...
Yeah, it was everything. So it was drop punts, it was snaps, it was bananas, it was torps. Every time you hit it, it was almost like, "You'll be guilty."
And when we finished, we would hear Mum yell out,
"Time for dinner, boys, come in."
Well, we can't thank Mum and Dad enough. Like a lot of NAB AFL Oz Kick parents, they were there the whole way along, and you were definitely Mum's favourite.
And you're always Dad's.
And the twins?
Yeah, well, they always had each other.